She just sent $800 she didn't have. And that one decision might cost her her entire retirement. Her daughter called. The rent was due, not because she could afford it, but because she couldn't say no. And she won't say no next time either, or the time after that. Then she sat at her kitchen table and opened her banking app, and finally looked at the numbers she'd been avoiding. If she kept doing this, and she would keep doing this, she would reach retirement age and open her account to find exactly what was there right now: nothing. If you have ever transferred money you did not have to someone you love, this video is for you. If you have ever canceled your own savings transfer to cover someone else's crisis, this is for you. If you have ever been called the strong one, the reliable one, the one people call at 11 p.m. on a Sunday when everything falls apart, this is for you. And there is one thing about women like her that nobody has ever put on a billboard. The strongest woman in every family is statistically the most likely to retire with nothing. Not the most irresponsible, not the most reckless, the strongest. In the next 5 minutes, I am going to show you exactly why this happened, who benefits from it, and the one decision that reverses it completely. And no, it does not require you to stop showing up for the people who need you. The financial industry has been selling women the same idea for decades. Save consistently. Start early. Time in the market. Good advice. Clean advice. Advice that works perfectly for a woman whose life ran in a straight line from 22 to 65, with nothing interrupting it. But you were never living a straight line. You were living a spiral. Career gap. Divorce. Aging parent. Adult child who needed one more year of help. One more year. One more year. The financial industry knew this the entire time. They watched women leave the workforce to be caregivers. They watched retirement accounts get split in divorces. They watched women become the financial safety net for entire families. And they kept selling the same advice anyway, because someone sending money at midnight is not checking their retirement balance. But the twist has a twist. The average woman over 45 is currently supporting 2.3 people outside her own household. 2.3 people, with her own income. While a retirement clock on her wall ticks forward whether she looks at it or not. Meanwhile, the average cost of being the family safety net adds up to between $12,000 and $20,000 a year. The emergency transfers, the covered bills, the quietly absorbed expenses nobody ever adds up. $200, $500, $800 at a time. Run that over 10 years. That is up to $200,000 that left her account. Just money that never stayed with her. And she never once thought of it as a financial decision. She thought of it as love. She did not just transfer the $800 once. She did it 14 times in 18 months. 14 transfers. 14 mornings where the number in her retirement account went down instead of up so someone else could breathe. And nobody in her life noticed. Nobody said thank you in a way that meant something. Nobody asked if she was okay. Nobody wondered what it was costing her. Because when you are the strong one, people stop checking if you are okay. They just call when they need you, and you answer. Because somewhere along the way, that became the only version of yourself you were allowed to be. Nobody told her the math works both ways. The woman who gives everything away is not the problem. The problem is that nobody ever built a fence around her. There is a difference between being generous and being unprotected. And for most women over 45, nobody ever built the fence between the two. Nobody ever sat down and said, "Here is how much you can give and still retire with dignity. Here is the number. Cross that line and you are not being generous anymore. You are being consumed." The most important line a woman over 45 can draw is not around what she spends on herself. It is around what she gives away to everyone else. Because unprotected generosity does not just cost money. It costs the future version of you the life she deserved. And she has been waiting a long time. The math looks completely different when you protect yourself first. After 50, the government actually increases how much you are allowed to put away for retirement. It is the one moment the rules work in your favor. The catch-up contribution window exists precisely because the system knows people arrive here late. The empty nest dividend averages between $1,500 and $2,400 a month for most women in this situation. That is the money that stops leaving the moment the last dependent becomes truly independent. Redirect that for 10 years at average market returns. That is between $200,000 and $350,000 from money that was already leaving anyway. The question was never whether the money existed. The question was whether anyone ever showed you where it was going. What comes next changed everything for her. The woman at the kitchen table on Thursday morning was not weak. She was not irresponsible. She was not bad with money. She was handed a job description she never agreed to and spent 30 years doing it anyway. The strong one, the reliable one, the one who answers at 11 p.m. And nobody had ever sat down and said the thing that needed to be said. Not one financial advisor. Not one money book. Not one channel built for women who look like her. You are allowed to retire well. Not instead of loving your family. Not by abandoning the people who need you, but alongside them. With a plan that protects you the same way you have protected everyone else. You did not fail your future. Your future was just never on the list. Put it on the list. Next week, I am walking through the exact framework for building what I call a generosity budget. The number that protects your retirement while still letting you show up for the people you love. Not a budget that tells you to stop giving. A budget that tells you exactly how much you can give and still arrive at 65 with something left for yourself. If that is the video you have needed someone to make, it is coming next week. Subscribe so you do not miss it. And if today felt familiar, if you recognized yourself somewhere in that kitchen on a Thursday morning,